All right, shalom, shalom. All right, before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Hey, double honors unto my apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim that's out here pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom. All right. Excuse me. And it's going to be a quick one, very quick one. Just wanted to put this out there. It's been on my spirit for a few days now. And as the title goes, don't put a price on your confidence, man. You know, I was talking to a beloved brother of mine damn near a week at this point, and we would sharing voice messages back and forth with one another. And in this position that we're in, right? In this position, shalom, Zaquan. In this position that we're in, we find ourselves always encouraging each other. Like, hey man, brother, you got it. We go real hard in the department of encouragement, which is beautiful. The scriptures speak about exhorting one another, but don't fall short or come up short when it's time to encourage yourself or have that level of confidence within your own walk. It's easy to tell the next man to keep going, but when it's time to tell yourself, hey man, I gotta keep going, a lot of times we fall short because then we start internalizing all the things that are around us, for mercy. We're that's where judgment and not judgment in the way of judgment of a person, but being able to just see within yourself the works of the Lord. But what happens is that the flesh starts to beat on you. You can't have the confidence to do what you're doing because you thinking about all the ailments of yours, the shortcomings of yours. You're thinking about your bank account. You're thinking about all these different things that are necessarily that aren't really that shouldn't have any type of merit in your life. There's a lot of people. There are a lot of people with a lot of money. This is the kicker. There are a lot of people with a lot of money that still lack confidence. So if you are thinking that if I have more money, I'll be more confident. Now, confident, when you look into the word confident actually goes into having faith, right? So they're interchangeable with one another. So if you think that you're going to have more faith or more belief or more confidence, more self-esteem, more of these things by how much money you have, you're in for a rude awakening. A lot of people with, money commit suicide. A lot of people with things that you think that you need. Hey, 144 on that tag. All praise y'all by Shimmy Awashai. It's literally, as the term goes, self-esteem. In this world, what I'm realizing even in my own life, over the years, and I'm getting a little older, a little more settled in my life. I'm realizing things, working on things, is that's where true confidence comes from. Our worth as a man. See, we weren't created as men and put on this planet to be judged by our beauty. But see, this is what Esau did, the so-called white man through this society. He as the scriptures say, the foundations of the earth are basically upside down. So you got, which we all know is what do we call it? Gender wars. That's the term that that this society loves to use in this for this subject matter. Is gender wars start out as both sides hating the fact that they aren't the other side. What do I mean by that? Men hate, the gender war started by men hating women because of they are jealous of a woman's life and vice versa. Women are jealous of men's lives, which we were created to be two completely different fashions of beings, man and woman. The Lord said that in Genesis, the first chapter, when the angels and Yahweh Shai and all that happened in the first chapter, that said what? That let's create them in our image, male and female. right? So what happened there is the Lord had a specific way that men were going to, be. Where does a man's confidence comes from? A man's confidence is, and this is not even just an Israelite man. This is a man. This is just the basis of men. Israelite men, Hamite men, Edomite men. This is just a man-ish thing. Okay? Men's confidence, faith, strength is built off of what you're doing. Right? What you're doing. And that's true in the truth and outside of the truth as well. See, you can have confidence in a man of the Lord can have confidence and faith in Yahweh Shai that, hey man, the Lord is with me. Because why? My dad told me a quote last night. Heavy quote. I can't remember who said it, but it was a good quote. And it says something to the extent of before you could get fire, before you could get heat out of a stove, you got to put wood in it. Implying that basically before you could get anything out of anything, you got to put something into it. So the same goes with the men of the Lord. The men of the Lord, if a man of the Lord is putting in the work to see that, like, oh no, I'm seeing the benefits of it. I'm seeing the worth coming out of it. So then you have a level of confidence. You move with a certain level of confidence in your walk because why? You're putting the work in. And that is not just in the truth. That is in all elements of your life. But what men have been tricked into believing it, and this idea tries to show itself in the truth as well. A lot of men think that our confidence is based off of our looks. We're not women. That's where a woman's confidence comes from. The scriptures say what? That a woman's glory is her hair. So a woman feels like, man, she feels beautiful. She feels like she's that itch, that woman, that, however you want to word it. You know what I'm saying? Because of how well put together she is, how she looks. That's not the same with us. If you think you're just going to have confidence because of your garment and your clothes, you're in for a rude awakening. Confidence internally comes from, hey man, I'm putting the work in. I know that I earn this. Same thing with working out. A man that works out, it's not the confidence of having the six-pack. It's the confidence that comes from you being a man that put the work in to have the body that you have. You knew that you put the work in, being a person that dedicated yourself to it. So again, you can't put a dollar sign to your confidence because that can change. There's plenty of billionaires and trillionaires and millionaires and people with great credit that have terrible confidence because it's not about materialism. See, wisdom is another. That's why the scriptures say that wisdom, Proverbs the 3rd chapter, that what? Wisdom is far exceeding that of merchandise. Basically, is better than, because why? We get our confidence and our ability to believe in ourselves through the Spirit, through humility, by what? Having put the work in to gain the confidence, gain the knowledge. We put the work in, not just me, but the brothers that are here. So that in itself should have you have a level of confidence that it should bring your way because you put the work in. All those times of sitting up late, watching videos, reading, building with brothers. Hold on real quick. I realize. Sorry, I had the Bluetooth on, so I hope the volume wasn't too jammed, too messed up. But again, that's all. Salaki, I don't know what the hell going on. Forgive me, my car is having a mind of its own. Right. So again, like I said, I wasn't gonna make this too long, but in the spirit of it, one thing that I know that we all lack of, is being around men for the many years that I've been around them, including myself, is that we hide our insecurities and a lack of confidence behind a mask of humility. See, humility is a state of mind. All right. Again, though the scriptures do say that it is hard for a rich man to inherit the earth or inherit the kingdom of heaven. You know, we know that scripture, so we lean on that of like, oh Lord, you know, having money, having this, that's scary. You know, we have this scary approach to having things. But having things has never been the issue. The Lord wants us to have things. The Lord, it says it's his pleasure. He wants to give us the kingdom of heaven. But you got to go through the ranks of trials and tribulations and earn your stripes in this thing. Because if not, then you get big-headed, you get cocky, you get arrogant, you get all of these different things that come along with if you jump steps too ahead of it. You know, if you just went from, you know, you didn't earn any of it. We're men. You got to remember that. As a man, we got to earn this. We're not women. See, as the saying goes, a man has to earn value. If you have a son, you have to build him up. You have to put skills in him. You have to put values in him for him to have value. A boy is not born with value per se. A girl, a female, a young woman is born with value, and you have to preserve it. That's not the case with us as men, but that's what this society has done with this androgynous, you know, anything you can do, I can do better spirit. It has downplayed or diminished the value of what a man is supposed to do and how a man is supposed to do it, to the point where you got a lot of men out here, like I say, jealous of the woman's experience, because they look at a woman and it's like, damn, a woman just gotta, yeah, that's how the Lord meant it for it to be. It's not something for you to hate. It's every piece has its part. But we as men in this society is always beating us down. You always feel like you're behind the curve. You're worthless. You don't have it. And that's really where the scriptures speak about loving not the world and the things of it, because really to be into this world is if you are really tied into it, this world will beat you down if you're not really part of that top 1%. Because the top 1%, if you don't got money, you don't got clout, you don't got notoriety, you don't got fame, you don't got all of these things, which, you know, through the spirit, those are things that through the flesh, all men want, right? But if you are tied up in this world, you're going to want those things in a way that is damnable to you. It's not going to serve you in a right way. So you got to cast off this world and then reestablish yourself in the spirit of what the Lord really meant for a man to be. And we as men, that's why the scriptures say, of course, I don't have my sword, but I'm just quoting. That's why the scriptures say, hate not laborious work. Because as a man, you were created to work. We are supposed to work. All right. That's not just to go, that doesn't mean to go get a bullshit job just to say you're working. That doesn't mean to go get a hard job to say that you're working. You got soft hands. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm speaking on whatever your lot of life is. You are never lose sight of the fact that we are supposed to work, man. Because really, in truth, that's where your confidence comes from. It comes from actually completing things. See, you know, Apostle Tahar said this years ago. As a quote, he said, big problems are only small problems that was never checked. That's a fact. Now, here's the flip side to that, where I use in my life of sometimes you just need small wins. Small wins turn into big wins. Sometimes you just got to get a win. Sometimes you just got to, hey, okay, complete it. And what are those wins that creates the confidence in you to know that, like, hey, okay, I'm doing this. Let's do this. Let's keep going. It's just doing what you're supposed to do. Myself, I'm up and I got things that I got to do for the day. And I know, 144, when I hit the end of the day and I completed it, I can go to my checklist of stuff and be like, all right, I did that. You know, matter of fact, since I'm right here, the elder Barzal in the Atlanta camp, he always would say this to brothers. He's like, get you a notebook and try to have your schedule. And this is, you see, I always keep this in arm's reach of me. And it doesn't matter what it says or whatever, don't worry about it. But in here, it has all of my, hey, this is what I need to complete. You know, I take my notes, like, all right, I need to call this person. I need to call that person. I need to go over here. I need to do that. I need to finish this, so that I know that when I'm done, I can highlight it or I can check it. And that's me. I got it done. That's all of us. You know, there's things that you know, whether that's cleaning the garage. You know what I'm saying? Working on the things in the, like I said, this is a life thing. This is what we're learning in the spirit here. Whether that's in the spirit, learning the Hebrew, learning the prayers, learning breakdowns. See, you become more confident when, you know, we have that scariness from we learned from being in school, in Esau's school system of testing. So you be afraid of getting tested. But then if you're studying and you're learning, and a question come up, all right, and you be like, I know that. That's your confidence shining through, not letting your fear of not being wrong. Because, hey, even if you are wrong, if the spirit knows that you were trying, you're going to be justified in that. The Lord will honor that. Everybody here is not great test takers. Everybody here is not, we're going to have shortcomings. We're in this flesh, but it's all about how you go about attacking these things. See, how you attack these things is where your confidence shines through. And that's really what I'm trying to push here, is that don't look at confidence as if it's about having money. Some of the most prideful people you will meet in your life are homeless people. How about that? Some of the most prideful, pride-filled individuals you will meet in this life live on the streets, are homeless, don't got nothing going on for themselves. That would go against your ideology of pride and arrogance is only based in money. So how do you explain that when you see homeless people? You try to tell a homeless person, hey man, you should go here and go do that, and this will help you. And I ain't trying to hear that shit. That's pride. So money don't got nothing to do with pride, man. Money don't got nothing to do with confidence. That all comes from earning it through effort. All right. Hey, so with that, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Hey, double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all you sincere Akia, man. Hey, man, you know, me and a brother, we were speaking about this a while back as well, man. It gets to a point, man, where the Lord be showing himself to you. He be doing things for you. And after a while, it becomes extremely disrespectful to the Lord for you to really doubt. Like, at a certain, it's not about being proud and like, yeah, I know. If you have a spirit where you understand, hey, man, I know the Lord is dealing with me, man. I know the Lord is with me. You know, that should make you be more fearful and actually go harder to please the Lord, because as the scriptures say, the greater thy art, the more humble thy shall be. More is expected of you. But nevertheless, you can't be walking around here with this through attitude of like, you know, that woe is me and I don't know and I don't believe I can and I don't know if I can, man. What the scriptures say, man, we're more than conquerors. That's confidence. You know how confident you got to be like, man, we're more than, not only are we conquerors, man, we're more than that, man. And that just comes from doing. You got to do. Take chances. You got to do. Man, I'm about to try this, man. Fuck that. Hey, man, pray how about Shemiyah Shai, lead me and give me. And a lot of time, I was listening to this other day too. You know, I forgot who said it. Oh, man. Damn, I don't know who said it, man. But they were like, first I pray and then I hustle. And I'm like, that's really it. First, you go to the Lord, you pray, hey, Lord, please direct my paths. If this be in your will, I pray that it work in my favor, Lord. And then you got to get up and go do. You can't just, Lord, I just really want to be able to be this and that and have this. And then you just sit on your ass. That's not how this works, man. All right. A blessing ain't just going to do this, you know, come from the sky and then just, hey, you know, delivered into your lap like a goddamn stork baby. And it don't work like that. You gotta pray, and you gotta have confidence and faith that the Lord will hear you and it be of his will, and you be okay with whether it goes in your favor or not. And then you gotta get up and do it. The same that you, hey man, I pray that, the same effort and ways that the Lord is teaching us in this walk to be within this ministry, you got to apply that in your own life. Yeah, I'm confident in this, but I'm scary when it comes to that. No, the Lord said, I give you not the spirit of fear, but the spirit of power. The only thing you're supposed to fear is displeasing Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's it. Outside of that, you should walk with a certain level of confidence to know that, no, hey man, I got the spirit of the Lord with me. Nothing can happen to me unless the Lord allows it to happen. And move with that tenacity in your own life. And I'm talking to myself because, like I said, a lot of times everybody can lean on you and look at us and watch our videos. And I know this is all of us. This is not just a me thing. It is all of us with it, like the spirit of be. Hey, man, you got this, bro. You could do this, man. You got to believe. And that's beautiful. But then when you in your own house, in your own closet, quiet space, you just doubtful. You just full of doubt and full of worry. I've been there. That's why I said I'm not talking shit about nobody. I'm using myself. I have been there where you are. I don't know, man. But fuck that, man. We're more than conquerors. So, man, think it, believe it. If you, hey man, like Nas says, I know I can do what I want to be. Believe it. You got to believe it. And if you could believe it, you can achieve it. As corny as that shit sounds, it's the truth. If you believe that in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And that's, of course, it's not about the carnal things. But hey man, we're in the carnal. So if you can't believe that the Lord could bless you with a certain level of financial stability, then what the hell do you believe? That's light. That's light. We're literally supposed to have an expectation and faith that the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to beam us out of this, abduct us into a chariot, and as missiles are being hit on this. If you could believe that, why can't you believe that the Lord could bless you with a certain level of financial stability, or bless you with a healthy or a non-toxic house, or the Lord could deliver you from a demonic woman? See, all of these things that we allow us to beat up on us actually beats at our confidence, man. If something is not there to build you up, it's tearing you down. And the Lord gives us a pass to cast that care onto the Lord and remove it from your life, man. If a woman ain't building, if a woman ain't helping you in the department of confidence and the department of these things, you gotta cast her off. Because all she's doing is tearing you down, whether it's indirectly or directly. And but I could go on to a whole plethora of examples. So with that, like I said, I want to close up here. I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwarash. A double honors unto my apostles and elders, a great millstone. Amen. Peace and safety to all you sincere Akim that's out here. Shalom. And shalom to you sincere sisters as well. Shalom.